Joining us, the head coach of the Cavaliers, Jamie Cluesman. Coach, coming off another near miss against the nationally ranked team, you fall to Wingate 63-61 at home. We'll start there before we start talking about Carson-Newman. Your thoughts on the game against the Bulldogs?
I thought we played pretty well second half. We came out pretty strong and then got very passive against their zone, which I was afraid of. And we had put in, a few additional zone sets, but I don't feel like our girls are very confident in running those. But we just gave up too many offensive rebounds, gave them a lot of second chance opportunities that they were able to build that lead going into halftime. And, sometimes when we get down that big, we only have so much time where we can fight back and we just, one or two possessions short. But I felt like in the fourth quarter, it gave us a little bit of confidence and showed us how aggressive we can be on the defensive end and still make things happen. So hopefully moving forward, we'll build on from the fourth quarter.
Jamie Golden, kind of a coming out party for her. Talk about her play a little bit. Season high 4 3-pointers, and I know she banked the last one in, but really played well offensively, I thought, for your team.
Yeah, I felt like she was the only consistent one that continued to try to create offense against that zone. We had talked about it ever since we got back from Christmas break about attacking gaps, making 2 guard 1. And I felt like she did a great job of that. I felt like our teammates were sometimes a little bit slow filling in those open positions to give her an outlet. So if you look at the box score, she did have a few turnovers, but, half of those were not her fault, but shot pretty well. I give her a hard time. I told her brother Quentin has to come to every game from here on out. It was the first time he had gotten to see her play. So I think she was just excited to have him in the stands because of they're very close. So she just obviously wouldn't put on a show for him, and it benefited us, and she helped get us back into the game.
All right, I'll let you speak on this and try to explain to people how this game with Carson-Newman came to be. Obviously, we were scheduled to play Coker Friday. Their team is right now in COVID protocol. So speak on that and how you and Coach Mincy and the men's team as well all worked together to get this game worked out Wednesday with the Eagles.
Yeah, so after our game against Wingate, I caught wind that Coker had entered the COVID protocol, and Coach Mellinger had already talked to me earlier in the day that Coker's men was also in the protocol. So they had already been in contact with Carson-Newman. Coker was supposed to be at Carson-Newman Wednesday. So obviously Carson-Newman wouldn't be able to play. So we just mutually decided that it would be a great opportunity for us to go ahead and get that game scheduled and out of the way. So it opens up that later date in February in case, we need to reschedule other games. So it's one of those things. It's just, we all have to work together and do what's best for everyone in the conference and not just our own team, because we're all probably going to be in the same boat that Coker's in at some point just because of the way things are going right now with COVID.
All right, you take a look at Carson-Newman's team. You've already played once this year, very high scoring. They have the league's leading scorer, Braylon Weichel. Talk about the Eagles and, maybe some things you learned from meeting one that you can take into Wednesday's game.
Yeah, traditional powerhouse in the SAC. So Braylon Weichel, a great player. And then you got Lindsay Taylor, post presence, who came in second half and kind of just dominated and single-handedly, beat us. So we've talked about it. We've made some adjustments on how we may throw some different options at her in the post, just because first time we're a little bit undersized. Hopefully getting Meg Crawford back with her size, we can alter some of her shots, but she's strong. She's a very dominant player. So it's going to take more than just one player to guard her. But, we just have to know personnel. And that's the biggest thing with Carson-Newman. You have to know if they're a driver or a shooter. You have to know if you're a help player or if you're locking up. So I feel like after we've seen them, and played them the first time, that our kids are a little bit more familiar with their personnel, and hopefully we can make those adjustments.
All right, then, keys to victory against Carson-Newman.
We got to defend the 3-point line because they still are, like you said, a high-scoring team. Attack their 2-2-1 press and just have good post defense, not just with our post, but our guards helping in and things like that, and try to eliminate their second chance opportunities.
Tip-off, 5:30 from Jefferson City on Wednesday. You can listen live locally on FM 92.5 or online at WLSDradio.com. Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you.